Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Sunday in the Shed with Mac. And as always, I'm Mac. Makes sense, right? So it was a long week. It kind of boiled over on Friday. The Sunday in the Man Shed actually started taping Friday night. Just thought I had to vent. So anyways, this was my the synopsis of my day on Friday. Well, thank God it's Friday. TGIF. It's another rough one. So all started this morning. I hadn't even left the driveway yet. Our office manager had the day off, so she wasn't going to be in. And then my coworker texted me. He got sick overnight. Wasn't coming in. So that left me in the office all day. So great. So my day is, partially ruined before it even starts. So I get to work and start to get the guys going there, and they start. One of the guys starts checking his phone. Today was supposed to be payday, so our company pays by direct deposit. He's checking his phone. Hey, wait a minute! I don't have any money in the bank. Was supposed to come in at 12:01 today. So then, of course, everybody else gets on there. Oh, I don't have any money either. I don't have any money either, and so I had to phone our head office, talk to our one of our owners there, and so he starts checking. And what happened is the bank had withdrawn the money from the company's account, but then it disappeared into cyberspace and never made its way into any of the guys' accounts. So all morning we're trying to get to the bottom of that, and every other phone call is somebody wondering, if they didn't get their timesheet in or what's going on. So that finally calmed down by about lunchtime. I think they didn't all go in one batch. They started trickling in, depending on which bank they were dealing with. And I think it's still going on now. It's about 6 or 7 o'clock at night in there, and I think there's a few guys still haven't got paid, but been promised that by the end of today, it's all supposed to be taken care of. So that was another panic, and then what else? So yeah, just the after lunch there, the usual threatening phone calls and innuendo from general contractors. When's this going to be done? Why are you charging this? We don't like that. Just can never phone you up on Friday afternoon and say, oh yeah, great job, appreciate your efforts. No, it's you better have this done. You better get that done. Why isn't this done? I'm keeping an eye on this, and so on and so on. So anyways, by the time I got home, just beat, but wasn't too tired though. I had to go on Farmall Friday. I don't know if everybody's been on Farmall Friday or not, but every Friday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, I think it is, Farmall Fanatic does his live stream, and I try not to miss it because it's great. It's it usually gets over 100 people in there, and the chat's just ripping. So it's a good way to meet new channels, people that you haven't seen for a while come in there to say hi. So, like I say, I always try to catch that one. I assume that most of the people watching this are aware of it, but I'm going to post Farmall's link in the description on this video, just in case you've never experienced Farmall Friday. I definitely recommend that you do that. So that's all over, so I thought better escape to the to the sanctuary of the shed and have a nice rum and coke. Oh, that's the most soothing thing I've had all day. 1 second. So I got my package from China today from Banggood. These are the duplicate lathe tools that I ended up ordering. I said in another video, I was looking everywhere for these, couldn't find them. Decided to order a couple more from Banggood, and sure enough, next day I found these. So, but anyhow, these come directly from. Actually, they don't come directly from China. These are actually from Markham, Ontario. So they must have some kind of a warehouse now in Canada. I'm pretty sure the last stuff I got was directly from China. So here's the turning tool. But actually the good news is now I'm going to have lots of inserts. This is 2, 4, 10, 10. So I got 20 inserts for that tool. And this is the parting tool. So yeah, I've got 20, 20 inserts plus spare tools for both of them. So I think somebody said, yeah, you should use one of those bins to put lathe tools in. But that's very funny. Actually, I do have a bin for that. It's just that I hadn't got these from the garage to the shop in time before they got lost in the hoard. Otherwise, they would be in the drawer for metal lathe tools. But that's where these ones are going. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to be up to tomorrow. The weather is kind of undecided. It's either going to be cloudy or sunny or rainy. It's about 3 weather channels I checked, or weather websites. They've all got different forecasts, but I'm hoping it's actually going to be nice. I'm going to get up early, and there's a few garage sales I'm probably going to try and hit in the town next to me here. There are these gated community type things. And actually, they're pretty good. You go in there, and not everybody participates in there, but quite a few of them do. And it's a nice walk through the gated communities there, and you can end up talking to some interesting people while you're there. Sometimes it's a bit sad there. I remember a few years ago, went in there, I was talking to this older couple, and they were trying to sell these kayaks and all this camping stuff, and I said, oh yeah, why are you selling that? And, wow, we're too old, we can't do this anymore. You know, fast forward, whatever amount of years that was. Now I'm getting too old to do that kind of stuff, but I got to keep trying anyway. So yeah, I think there's 2 for sure in gated communities, and then I think there might be another one locally. Actually, there's kind of a local community website for the Okanagan Valley, and the majority of the garage sales people post on there. So you go on there, pick the ones you want to go to, and then you can actually print yourself a route there. So I'll probably do that first thing in the morning. Then I got to quietly leave the house there before anyone realizes what I'm up to. So we don't have any arguments in the morning about there being too much junk around here, because there is too much junk, but not all of it's mine. So I think I still have some of my share of junk to contribute. So anyways, I'm gonna finish this Kraken and Coke off. I might do something in here. I'm not sure. Like I say, I'm kind of drained there. It's not like I work physically, but the mental aspect of it's drained me today. So I gotta drink this. I might putt around a little bit here for an hour or so. But like I said, I want to get up early and check those garage sales out. Till later. That's good. So that was Friday. Glad to see that week over. Hopefully the coming week's going to end up better. So on Saturday I went out, hit a few garage sales. Well, not a few, I went to 2. They were both in gated communities. I actually did a video on the stuff that I picked up. But this is just, I thought I'd just do a quick overlook of those 2 communities. One was well, they were actually both retirement communities. One was kind of an average one. The other one was actually really nice. I've never been into that one before, and it's a pretty deluxe place there actually, but still too closed in for me. But yeah, here's a short clip of what they look like. So I'm on the garage sale trail here. This is a gated community. They have one here every year. But I'm starting to think there's less stuff every year because I don't think well, it's not very nice to say, but most of these people they don't move out of here. This is their end of life home, so to speak. So unless you get new people moving in, if it's still the same people, they start running out of stuff to sell because they don't have a huge amount of space. They've got these garages and stuff like that, and there's no basements in these places, so they only have a limited amount of space to store stuff. So anyways, there's a bit more down here at the clubhouse apparently. I'll keep going down there, but so far nothing. There's one more I'm going to hit on the way back, but it's not looking promising so far. Should have gone fishing instead, but oh well. Well, I'm at another one here. This is a neighborhood I've never been in before. This is a pretty deluxe one. I don't see any units for sale here, but I think if you bought one in here, I'm guessing these are probably like $800 to $1 million in here. It's a pretty nice development. So far, though, there's nothing that I've seen to buy. This guy over here has got a nice old German camera tripod. I might buy that. So we'll see what happens. I ended up getting some decent items at the second one there, that more upscale development. Like I said, I did a video on them. A few more treasures for the horde. So I don't think I've mentioned it. We actually ended up with a dog a couple of months ago. It's just a little mutt. But anyways, he belonged to my brother-in-law before, and he couldn't look after him anymore. He's been moving around a lot. So anyways, the little guy needed a home, so of course he ended up here. We kind of have to babysit him this morning. He's got separation anxiety. He's really attached to my wife, so as soon as my wife leaves, he starts sulking, and if nobody else is home, then he likes to get destructive to try and get even with being left alone. So here's just a short introduction, quick introduction to Brownie the Wonder Dog. Hello, Brownie. So my plans today have so far been dashed. My wife's decided to go into town and pick up a bunch of potting plants. There's a local nursery. They're only open for, I think it's a month every year, for all annual flowers. So she's gone in there to pick those up. And I've been tasked with looking after Brownie. Hey, Brownie. Whoa. Sorry, Brownie. That's a good boy. So, Brownie doesn't like to be left home alone, so Brownie and I guess are hanging out this morning so far. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? So that's the newest addition to the family, Brownie the dog. He's kind of a cute little guy, but he can be a handful. So one thing I figured out today, this is a technical tip. I don't know if other people have had this problem, but you're holding your iPhone horizontally and the video looks good and everything until you download it and all it's showing it vertically. So that was always bothered me, and then I didn't have a good way of changing them around. Finally downloaded some software today that'll let you flip them, but before I just get mad and just delete them and either do it again or forget about it. So, of course, if you need to find out why something's really doing what it is, or the answer to a riddle, solution, problem, whatever, you have to go on YouTube. So in desperation, I went onto YouTube and I discovered what it is. If I do this too, I never thought about it. If you have your camera like this and you hit the record button, then turn it horizontally, that doesn't matter. If you start out in the vertical position, the whole video stays in that vertical position. So I just have to remember to hold it this way, then hit the record button, then you won't have that annoying problem. So I just thought I'd share that with other people that aren't technically adept, such as myself. So I'm going to head into another town here in an hour or two. Guy's got a 14-foot aluminum boat for sale, the 15 horsepower motor on it. The motor's still got another 1.5 year warranty on it, and it's one of those Lowe's, I think they're G3s or something like that. Anyhow, it's the Lowe's flat bottom boat. They look quite stable for fishing. I don't know, I've never ridden in one. I don't know how they are in the water. I think they tend to wander around a bit, but anyways, I'm going to have a look at it. Kind of wouldn't mind an aluminum boat with a half decent sized outboard on it, just for if you go out some of these larger lakes. We've got another lake south of us where there's a good sockeye salmon run every fall, or not fall, late summer, end of July, beginning of August. Sockeye come up through there, and typically you're allowed to keep 2 a day, but the way the guys fish for those is with electric downriggers. They go down about 60 feet and then they use flashers and hoochies. So I wouldn't mind kind of a, excuse me, I wouldn't mind a boat for that kind of fishing, and taking it out on the big lake here once in a while. So I'll see, I haven't quite made up my mind, but I'm going to go in and have a look at it. And if I happen to buy it, I'll certainly post a video of it. So as is the tradition on Sunday in the shed, we've got a nice beer to sample today. Well, hopefully it's going to be nice. Hopefully it's better than that one I had last week. It was a real dud. Actually, this one's from Lighthouse Brewing Company, and I've had some of their beer before, so I'm pretty confident this one's going to be okay. This one's called Depth Charge, and this is an oak-aged whiskey Doppelbock. The ABV on it is 8.7%, so that's like a medium strong. Our signature winter release is meant to bring warmth to your life during the cold, damp West Coast winter. Brewed perfection with German lager yeast, this malt-forward beer has a deep copper color and has a rich, bready backbone. Canadian rye whiskey, oak and late addition hops impart spice, vanilla, and herbal hop notes. So I don't know if that means they age it in whiskey casks or they actually put whiskey in it. I guess we'll find out. So like I said, this is from Lighthouse Brewing Company. Lighthouse Brewing Company is a family-owned and operated craft brewery, proudly brewing out of Victoria, BC since 1998. At Lighthouse, we are dedicated to brewing high-quality, delicious, small-batch craft beer for people who love great beer as much as we do. So this is a seasonal beer. I guess this was getting towards the end of the run. They're probably not stocking it anymore till next fall now, but let's just have a taste and see what we've got. Well, it came off not too bad. Well, they weren't kidding about the copper color. It's got definitely a nice color to it. It's got a pretty overpowering amount of head on it. It smells quite nice. That is a bit spicy there. It definitely is a little hint of rye in there. It's like I say, I don't know if they actually age it or in a rye cask or put a bit in, but yeah, it's got a bit of a spicy finish to it, alright. Not a fan of adding things to the beer, but it tastes alright though. It's definitely a drinkable beer. And it's nice and clear. No sludge on the bottom. So I'd have to agree that this is definitely a drinker. Not bad at all. So that's going to wrap it up for this Sunday in the shed. Just trying to find the magic number of minutes there. If they're too long, it's not great. Too short, not too great. So I'm trying to keep them around 14-15 minutes, something like that. So I'm not sure how this one will turn out. I think it'll be around 14 minutes or something like that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, cheers. Until next Sunday.